Hey everybody, I'm back, and I am not happy. So, oh, my coffee's cold. Now I'm twice as not happy. So I opened up my 24-hour Russian MRE, and it's more like a 25-minute Russian MRE because I went to open this thing, and you'll see it in the video when I upload it tomorrow. I went, well, how do you open this thing? I thought it was supposed to have like a zipper. I went, oh, it's right here. Somebody opened this before I got it. So either at Amazon, somebody opened this, or the seller through the Amazon store opened this and took the three main courses out of here, the breakfast, the lunch, and the dinner courses. So yeah, they left the cheese, they left the this vegetable stuff that is terrible. It tastes just like smells like and tastes just like baby food. They took one of the coffees, so I made my one coffee, and the paper towel. Hello, the tissue, toilet paper, whatever is supposed to be in here. They took that out of there and they replaced it with a ripped up piece of paper towel. One piece of paper towel. Sorry, I'm trying to grab something out of my back pocket. Good news is I don't need the toilet paper because I got dude wipes. So yeah, I am beyond upset right now. Pissed off. I contacted Amazon. They're sending a new one out, so it'll be here Tuesday. So that being said, I will be refilming this to an extent. I'm upset because I got hosed on my $60 MRE I bought. So I'm gonna refilm this next weekend. Just gonna do it in a day. I'm not gonna do an overnight, probably. I'm still gonna continue this video, even though it's technically ruined. That is so disappointing. Evidently there's not honest people left anymore. Well, I mean there is, but yeah. So yeah, that's that's $60 for this, and somebody took 3/4 of the food out of it, and I did it because I didn't want to open it until I got out here into the woods. So yeah, you can see right there where somebody cut it with a razor knife or a pair of scissors, something, and took the three main meals out of it. So yeah, very, very. This is that Russian too. I ate the cheese. I ate the baby food. Hey, how's it going, Sean? Yeah. So I'm gonna eat what's left in here. But yeah, I am. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting, and I went to the liquor store last night, and me and this pretty cool guy, he actually subscribed to my YouTube channel because I told him what I was doing. I specifically was looking for an imported Russian beer and everything. This is going to be this whole Russian kind of themed video because I had the 24-hour Russian MRE that's now a 15-minute Russian MRE. And yeah, just totally ruined it. Completely out of my control. It's not like I got, rained out or anything like that. But yeah, I am just beyond frustrated right now. Yeah, I cannot believe that somebody did that. I cannot believe it. So, so yeah. Basically, I'm just gonna get a fire going here in a little bit and film me eating the rest of my crackers. I got some apple jam that came with this and some kind of fruit spread. I don't know what the hell it is, but yeah, so that's gonna be my lunch and dinner, and then I'll have coffee for breakfast because I did bring some of my Folgers coffee. But yeah, just hope you guys don't mind me having a beer. So yeah, how's the evening going? I had to vent. Yeah, yeah, I've got four, and they're really potent. It's 10.5% alcohol by volume. It's made here in Minnesota. I don't know if that's showing up backwards to you guys or not, but yeah, it's Imperial Russian Stout, 19th century export stout. It was made in 2019. It's really good. And no, it's not a small bottle. I just have huge hands because I'm like a giant. Um, so yeah, God, that really irks me. I just cannot believe somebody did that. I hope it's not the seller. That'd be really disappointing. I'm willing to bet that it's somebody at the Amazon there where they pack other. Um, so maybe they panicked and went, oh, hey. So yeah, I don't know. So far, I guess. Like I said, that vegetable spread basically is what it is, prosciutto or something like that. That stuff was terrible. It was nasty. Um, it smelled and it tasted just like baby food. I was, yeah, not impressed with it at all. So, yeah. Other than that, beautiful night stuff. It was 68 earlier. Yeah, Pachetta, aka baby food. That stuff was gross. But yeah, so yeah, I just, oh my God. I cannot believe that. That is so frustrating. So, yeah, anyways, it's 66 degrees, so it's cooled down 2 degrees. Like I said, it's supposed to get down to like 40 tonight. It should be nice and comfortable in the sleeping bag. I'm gonna get a little fire going here in a little bit. I looked at the radar. There's a lot of it's really far tonight when I fall asleep, and it'll wake me up because my face will be sticking out of my sleeping bag or something. But yeah, other than that, the video is going great. And that's when I opened that thing, and I thought, why is this cut open? Um, hey, how's it going? Uh, JJ Williams. So when I went to open it and I noticed that it was cut open, I started going through everything, and I don't speak or read Russian, so I had to use stuff. This doesn't seem right. And I thought, oh, maybe I'm just missing the coffee because they took one of the coffees too. And it does not seem right because I've watched videos on this MRE and I'm trying to remember. I'm like, I'm missing something, and that's when it dawned on me that the breakfast, lunch, and dinner main courses are all gone. Yeah, yeah, true that. Except for the McDonald's here up there because they had it was like a double or quadruple big meat patties. So I stopped there like last week and I got one of those, and oh my God, it was good. So I stopped there again and said, we're sorry, we have a limited menu. I'm like, seriously? So I got the regular Big Mac. First world problems. But yeah, so yeah, it really ticks me off, man. It really does. The new one will be here Tuesday. Um, I'm not gonna do an overnight next weekend, but I'll probably come out and I don't know, maybe I'll come out 3 separate times and just make one video out of it. Just do it in different spots around the property or something. Um, or overnight then and try to like redo this video. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I film it next weekend and just build a video out of it, or don't all answer at once? What do you think, Silver Bucket? Oh, I did. I did. I tried contacting them so I could complain to them straight up, and I couldn't figure it out. And I think it's because of this stupid COVID thing. But they're sending me a new one. It's just they want it back, so I'm gonna eat everything in here and I don't know, put a handful of dirt in it and send it back to them, or maybe a cow patty. Maybe somebody open it up and try to get that out of there. But yeah, I am beyond pissed off. I really am. I mean, I have been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Yeah, I just started doing these live chats like a week ago. Yeah, there's cow patties everywhere out here. The area I'm in on the property is a huge pasture, is what it really is. send them a send them a used dude wipe. Yeah, oh my god, you know, what happened to honesty in life? All them bastards at Amazon all got like a $2 raise because of the stupid virus, and some a-hole's gonna steal food out of my damn MRE. Get a freaking life. There's no way in hell you can't afford food, and there's always food. I mean, why the hell would you steal this stuff when you can go buy ramen noodles? Because so far I'm not impressed with it. It tastes like shit. Finger guns. So yeah, God, I don't know. I'm gonna complain. I'm not gonna stop with this. This is just beyond unacceptable. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna try to get a hold of Amazon straight up and ask them if they seriously want that back. Because if they do, I've got 30 days to return it, or the remainder of the food in there mold. I'll put it in a warm spot somewhere and let it turn nasty and send it back to them. Dicks. But here's the other thing too. What if the dink that opened it up had this stupid virus, and let's say I haven't had it, because I really don't know if I have or not, because I screwed my test up. But say I didn't, and boom, I just got it. Or what if it was some a-hole and they put something in there, injected something? I guess technically I probably shouldn't eat it, but oh well. Nice. What are you having from Mountain House? Excuse me. Excuse me. Jesus. Beer makes you burp. But sandhill crane. Maybe I should go club a sandhill crane and cook it and eat it. They're supposed to be really good. They call them the filet mignon of the sky. And you can eat them in this state. They're huge too. Look like frickin' pterodactyls. So, oh my god. So, should I wait and try to do this again in 2 weeks, or should I do this video next week and just film it throughout the day and mash it into one video? I don't know if you guys answered or not. I was complaining. Crow up there. Scaring you with what? Crackers and apple jam and some kind of weird fruit spread because that's what they left. I need to shave. Yeah, they here's the weird thing too about this, and I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but I kid you not, there's like a pound of sugar that comes in this thing. It's these huge packets of like cane sugar, and there was four of the huge packets and one small packet. That's a lot of friggin' sugar. And there's some kind of a, I don't know, fruit berry mixed drink. Um, I'll probably have that tomorrow morning, along with my coffee, because there won't be any food. Okay, yeah, I'll do that this coming weekend then. Um, Probably do it like oh yeah, no, Sunday and then upload it Sunday because Saturday I want to clean out my pig pen and rototill it with that new rototiller I got, that electric one. Test that thing out, and then I want to start planting my garden. It's not that's whatever the rest of the summer month, whatever. So I want to get my garden planted. Gonna do oh some zucchini, some summer squash, tomatoes, um, green beans, and some other stuff. I haven't decided yet. See what happens when I go to the store. I was just gonna plant it in seed form, but it's gonna be warm enough. I think I could just buy those Bonnie plants. So yeah, good. But yeah, um, this is agree. We're gonna start coming out here every couple of days, and then else that would be a cool video. Pick some fresh or saute some morel mushrooms and grill a steak, whatever you want to call it. Crow. I used to have a pet crow when I was a kid. Yeah, I definitely will. I want to. One thing I reason I'm gonna grow some zucchini is have you guys ever heard of a zucchini boat? The date used to know, but you take a zucchini and you cut it lengthways and you kind of gut it and you put Italian sausage, cheese, and marinara sauce or spaghetti sauce. You mix it all together in there. You cook the Italian sausage, then you mix it all together and you bake it in the oven for a while. And oh my god, it's awesome. Very delicious. But yeah, I kind of wish I would have brought my little. I don't know. Yeah, so that frustrates me. I'm still irritated about this. So, yeah. How many of you garden? That's kind of coming through. There we go. So, yeah. Nice. Oh, right on. Yeah, we're oh yeah, technical words, my kids and I. Mine mine's just like I think it's like 16 by 18 or something like that. It's not a huge garden, but vegetable related. And my daughter's starting to get picky like That's to both love vegetables when they're kids, but now that they're teenagers, they don't want anything to do with it. So yeah, that's irritating, I guess. But more for me because I love vegetables. It's that motorcycle you guys can probably hear from right here is probably almost 2 miles away, believe it or not. And it's just echoing through the woods. I cannot believe it. So I also got that vacuum. I got a vacuum sealer. So I'm probably going to then all my eggs. I'm gonna dehydrate them and vacuum seal them. Um, oh, sorry, I gotta get readjusted. My knee is bugging me. Getting old. Um, that crow is cool. I want to get enough tomatoes and stuff. I want to make some spaghetti sauce again. I made spaghetti sauce last year and it was amazing. Um, this year does he put a little bit of brown sugar in it. So I want to do that, and I'll end up vacuum sealing that and probably freezing it. Um, I love spaghetti. It's the Irish in me. Irish are known for spaghetti. Um, the zucchini, I'm probably gonna. I'd like to can some of that. Um, make like a zesty zucchini salad kind of stuff, and can it. Um, green beans will be frozen, blanched and frozen. I'm actually gonna do a video on that, probably tomorrow. It's just gonna be a short video, but I have this little like tiny food chopper thingy. It's basically a tiny handheld blender. Um, you put eggs in there, you blend them till they're just like super scrambled eggs, and you pour them in the fruit leather tray of the dehydrator, and at the highest temperature is what I always do. And then when you break it all out of there and you run it through that chopper thing again until it's a fine powder. So it takes like a couple minutes, and then I just put it in a vacuum sealer bag and vacuum seal it, and I make the bags a little bit bigger. Um, Apologize. Oh, that burp came out of nowhere. I technically it came out of my stomach. Um, so what I say say this is the bag, and that much of its egg. I'll go like a half inch high. Oh, probably 10 minutes or so. Then you mix it up one more time real good with a spoon, and just pour it in a hot pan with some butter or oil or whatever. And it's just like fresh scrambled eggs. It's one of my favorite things to do when I'm out filming, especially if I take a long trip. I'll bring some of those dehydrated eggs with. I made several kinds for my powwow hiking trail video. Right? Yeah, yeah, Russian baby food. Um, so um, I made some with salsa. I made some regular kind. I think I made some with some hot sauce dehydrated in them too, and they turned out really good. I should have brought my chair. My back's getting sore. But yeah, it's the coolest way to do it, and I don't know how long they'll last in a uh, vacuum seal bag, but if I had like a Mylar vacuum seal bag, which they sell, I checked them out. I almost bought some, but I didn't. um, excuse me. Absorbers in there too, but in theory, it should last for quite a while. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll probably film that tomorrow sometime when I get back to the house after I get this video edited and uploaded. Um, I'm using my new camera, uh, which is cool. So scenes are going to be a little bit drawn out and stuff like that, kind of like I just started doing this. But they are, it should be pretty cool footage. This is a really cool camera. I got to figure out some of the bugs yet, because it'll squirrel. So yeah. God, I'm so disappointed in this MRE. Oh, I did find a cool spot. Okay, sorry, the video cut out for a second. I'd like for, yeah, yeah. So I found this really cool spot when I was looking for water that would be awesome too. These are oddly cleared out there. No stumps or anything. It's really weird. So I think I'm gonna do a video there down the road in a tent. Probably do one in the wintertime there too. Yeah, I don't see here. Yeah, I've got full bars of 5G. It's just I think the wind shifts sometimes. No, I haven't. I've been looking at different ones, and the problem is right now is everybody's in panic mode because of this virus. So, it's actually kind of hard to come across MREs. I did order another MRE today, actually about an hour ago. It'll be here by May 2nd. It's another one of those Sapaco ones, like I did in the other ones. I don't know what kind it's going to be. It's just they randomly pick one and mail it to you. I'm hoping it's not one of the ones I already did. That would be terrible. That would kind of go along with this video. Um, I'm hoping on that also. Maybe want to do that. Oh, I was interested in Italian MRE. Yeah, yeah. I was looking at the Italian ones, and I seen French ones for sale. They didn't have any of the Italian ones. And they just, I don't know, too much money right now for a French one. They were, I want to say they're like $65 plus $15 shipping or something like that. So I'm gonna do a little bit more research and try to find a better deal. But yeah, I don't know, I kind of like doing these MRE ones, except for this one, because they're fun, and I could, just come out here and do a 45-minute video and whatnot. And I don't know, they're popular right now. So yeah, I don't know. The other one I was looking for too was the Canadian ones. Canadian ones are actually supposed to be really good. So I found some Canadian ones for sale, but it was like really nasty menu choices. All the good ones are sold out. It was like toad's feet and pancakes or something goofy like that. Something I wouldn't eat. I don't remember exactly what it was. Salmon eggs or something weird. But so I want to get a Canadian one on that too. They're funny. So the Canadian MREs looked like somebody packed a lunch in a paper bag. Yeah, probably, Jeremy. But yeah, so I'll probably, I don't know, I'll probably check out the French ones. Try to figure out which one sounds good and get it, because I don't want to get a nasty one. Oh look, there's a acorn. That's not focusing. There we go. Acorn starting to grow. So yeah, I'll probably do a French one if I can find one at a reasonable price. It's just right now it's ridiculous with everything. I don't yet. I was looking into it. And I want to get one in case people want to send me things or whatever. But they're really priced one, and then like It's like, hey guys, if you want to send me something for some weird reason or whatever, here's my PO box, and never get anything. you know, um, I waste money. Prime example, but yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I'll look into it tomorrow and try to figure out the price on one. Um, worst case scenario, I think they like if somebody manages to send a huge package or whatever, and they put and it won't fit in the peel box, I'm willing to bet they'd put a card in there so I can just grab it. But that one's got a root. Simple things make me smile. Um, oh, excuse me. Well, it's not that I'm worried about them putting something in there. I'm worried about some nut job and sending me a bomb or trying to kidnap me, which good luck. I don't fit in cars very good. Um, that's the whole thing. There's a lot of exactly where I live. There's Vanessa Blanc, um, this gal I watch who does bushcraft videos and stuff like that. She actually had somebody stalking her that found out where she lived through YouTube and said some pretty crude things about her and stuff like that. And it's not that I'm nervous. I guarantee you if somebody came here and tried causing harm, it wouldn't be good for them. But it's just I don't want that kind of headache. Um, so yeah, I would definitely get a PO box, and people could just send me stuff there if they want. Even if it's just a hey, cool video card, or yeah, cool video card and whatever. Um, so yeah. Oh, hey, good news. Finally over 1,500 reaching out to sponsors, which would be cool because I could come out here and do like a gear review. I'm probably one of the most honest people you ever meet. So yeah, that'd be cool. I'm gonna use this to make coffee in the morning over a fire. Side note. But another thing too. So I ordered a hoodie. The one thing that's stupid through Teespring is like I can't save my design for future use, so I have to try to redesign it every time I do it. So I'm going to make some T-shirts because he pointed out to me it's almost summertime, so there's probably not going to be a lot of people wearing hoodies. Um, so I want to design a T-shirt. It'll be just a T-shirt like this, probably no pocket, um, with kind of the same design as the hoodie, and they're pretty cheap. I want to say I think I could put the price down to like $15 tops and still turn a profit. Um, and I don't want to sound greedy, but I don't want to spend my earned money on new gear all the time. Um, it's an expensive hobby, if you want to call it that, doing these outdoory videos. There we go. Yeah, I was going to be a smartass and put Ryan outdoors. If you get the idea of the area, I was going to put it, but I'm like, I'll just run it down the leg. Um, yeah, and those things are expensive. That's as low as I could go at that price. I can't believe they're that freaking expensive. Um, yeah, that was those things are outrageously priced, but I wanted to make something female related. Um, see, I want to make hat too, but they're hat designing thing is really stupid. Um, it's not like the shirts and stuff like that where I can take images and build something out of it. The graphics or whatever you want to call it for the hoodies, I completely designed that thing. I just took different things and stuck them all over, and boom. With the hats, it's not like that. I think I could probably get it to say like Ryan Outdoors on it, but there's not going to be like a little guy cooking a marshmallow, um, or a tent or anything like that. Maybe I could put a tent on it. I don't know, but I'm gonna look into that some more. I tried doing it the other night, but I was exhausted, so I didn't get much further than going, well, this is weird, and I shut my computer off. But yeah, so I want to make more gear. The um, my storefront, they call it, and I've got some older things on there. Why isn't this going up all the way? Not much. Raymond. Um. Anyways, I made a new sticker. Um, and I ordered one of those for myself too. And they're not huge stickers. I wish which is dumb. But I did make stickers too. Those are new, but I've got some older hoodies and stuff on there and different random things, some coffee mugs. The coffee mugs have a hiking trail trip. Um, and it's a little bit more thought into it because it's kind of basic. But yeah, those are on there. I want to find other do gear like that because I want to do, stuff like this, water bottles that say Ryan Outdoors on it. I'd like to make uh, just a handful of different things. It a buddy of mine, my buddy Phil, um, he's got a friend, and I got to call the guy, and he can do all that kind of graphic stuff, and he can do like a kind of build like a website for it and do drop shipping. So you guys could go on there, order something, and he could drop ship it to you. So he'd put it in the post office box and mail it right to you. I think it would be cheaper than Teespring. I've got to get a hold of him. I'll probably call him tomorrow sometime and talk details with him and try to see if it'd be cost efficient to do that. I've been oh my god, it was a busy week at work this week. Um, which I'm grateful for. So that sun is really shining. See if you guys can see the sun. It doesn't look that bright on the camera. There we go. Hey, look, shadow puppets. I guess that doesn't really work when my hand's in front of the camera. Um, so yeah, I wanna, try to get more stuff out there. I mean, Joe Robinette, he's got stuff that he sells on his website, like cups like these that's got his logo and stuff on it. I'd like to be able to do that. I can't remember what it was called, but sorry. Um, so I definitely want to do that kind of stuff, and hopefully this channel gets on tarps or something like that. Would be cool. Um, for my own personal use, I thought about making a flag and hanging it on a flagpole in my front yard. Nope, there we go. We're back. Yeah, I don't know why so bad. The like I said, I've got full bars of 5G service. Oh, I gotta stretch. Oh. So yeah. Other than the disappointment with that, it's going pretty good so far. I can hear lots of crickets and frogs and birds, and there's no wind. Sun shining. Beautiful out. What's the weather like in your guys' neck of the woods? Jeremy, you're from Canada, correct? Yoo-hoo, Jeremy. Are you still there? Ah, there you are. Oh, okay. So it's probably a little bit chilly up there yet, or is it pretty warm? They do call Minnesota Little Canada. Somebody's shooting. Target practicing. Or maybe they're shooting coyotes, who knows. But yeah, it's speaking of coyotes, I was actually walking out the other day, last weekend when I filmed my last MRE video, and I was walking in between the two swamps, and yeah, we're supposed to get rain, 11 Celsius, so that's carry the two, that's somewhere between 0 and 100 degrees, right? It seems like it's raining everywhere except for here. Huh. Yeah, it's I don't know, I'm excited for some good thunderstorms. I really am. Um, Somewhere through my list of videos, I've got quite a few videos on here. I was looking through them the other day, but somewhere on there, a city of rainbows. That's cool. Um, I actually like rainbows. Um, what was I saying? Oh, I did a hammock video in a thunderstorm. That was exciting. Um, that got pretty gnarly there for a minute. But yeah. Oh wow, that's weird. Yeah, yeah. See, it's Minnesota's a really weird state. Um, it's crazy because like sometimes we'll have a bunch of snow and it'll be ice cold and stuff like that, and then it gets really super hot here in the summertime, and just the weather is just super bipolar. It'll be hot and rainy, and the next day it'll be freezing cold. We just had snow the other day. It's the middle of April, and I think it's the middle of April, right? No, it's almost the end of April, and we had snow, and this is a weird year. Um, this is actually the warmest day we've had, I think, since spring sprung. It's another acorn with a root. It's crazy the weather here in this state. I'm not from here. I'm from Michigan originally, and Michigan's kind of like Florida because of the Great Lakes surrounding it. And it was almost like clockwork in the summertime. We'd have a big nasty thunderstorm come through because it would form over the Great Lakes, kind of like the oh the lake effect snow. Oh, right on. Yeah, I vaguely know where Rogers is. I think. I think that's near the cities, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Yeah. It's. I don't know. It's a goofy state. I'll tell you that much. But looking forward to the trees all having leaves on them. Not looking forward to the mosquitoes, but I've got a couple of tricks for them. Actually, I have one trick. It's oh, what are those things called? Oh, it's those little things you put the little propane deal in it and the little pads on it. and you light them. I can't remember what they're called, but I swear by those things. I have, well, I had two of them. I don't know what happened to one of them. But those things are great. You just set them down and no mosquitoes. Plus, you know, smoke from the fire helps. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, not a lot of no-see-ums here, but you know what helps with those? This is something I learned when I lived out west in Wyoming. Um, I was in Plentywood, Montana, and I was doing a job for the scrap metal recycling company I worked for out west. Vanilla, no-see-ums or gnats, whatever you want to call them, they hate the smell of vanilla. So some people will get like the cooking vanilla and they'll just splash it on like a aftershave or whatever, just like that, and they leave you alone. I didn't believe it. I thought all the locals were trying to like play a trick on me or something. And the guy I worked with, we actually stopped at a gas station and they had this whole personal section of different vanilla products. So we bought a we we bought a vanilla cologne, like a spray-on perfume almost, and we used that stuff, and no see-ums left us alone. Didn't do anything for the mosquitoes. They were terrible up there too. But yeah, we put that vanilla on there, so like even imitation vanilla that works too. Because the guy I worked with, he was kind of a cheapskate, and he bought some of that cheap imitation vanilla and just like that, and left them alone. So give that a try. See if they leave you alone. That's, I don't know, neat little trick I learned. But yeah, they're not real bad here in Minnesota. You get some of them, like up north, you'll get black flies real bad. Those are those biting little jerks. Hey, how's it going? Nice. Tell her I said thank you. Um, but yeah, so I that's pretty much the only bug trick I know other than like citronella and stuff like that. But yeah, so yeah, that works really good. And then oh, there was something else. I can't remember that. It seems to me I used to know a trick for black flies, but I haven't had to deal with them in so long that I haven't really did anything like that, I guess. I can't remember what it was. Oh well. Packet gourmet meals? Never heard of them, to be honest with you. I just recently started doing MRE meals, and I'm out here doing the Russian 24-hour meal, and um, so I've got a new one coming. A no sim? Oh, no seam. A no seam's like you know those little tiny bugs that are little tiny, almost kind of look like flies, and they fly in your eyes and stuff like that, and they just swarm around your face. It's just this really annoying bug. I don't even think they bite or anything like that. They'll swarm and try to get in your mouth and in your nostrils and your ears, and they're just a major pest. We had them real bad in the UP in Michigan. They were real bad, along with those annoying black flies. And out in Montana, they were really bad. Um, haven't seen them too much here in Minnesota, though. Oh, that sounds good. What's the website? Is it just called packetgourmet.com or something like that? Okay, yeah, like I said, it's been a while. But yeah, I couldn't remember if they bid or not. Yeah, I'll definitely check those out. Because this is terrible, especially when somebody gets into it and steals all the good stuff. Kind of ruins your whole video. I like that name. Yeah, I have names for them too, but I can't say it on YouTube or I could lose monetization. Um, yeah, yeah, those things suck. No. So what happened is I ordered it off of Amazon Prime, and I'm assuming because it was an Amazon Prime package, it was shipped from an Amazon shipping facility, and I'm assuming that somebody at Amazon opened it up, stole the three main courses out of it, and yeah. So they've got a new one coming to me. It'll be here Tuesday. So next weekend I'm gonna redo the video because that's the whole premise of this video. I even bought some Russian beer. Um, yeah, so kind of ruined the whole video. Although the couple of things they did leave in there taste like baby food. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, I was disappointed. Some might even say I was pissed. Um, so yeah, I've got a new one coming, and I'm going to kind of redo this video just differently. Um, yes and no. I try to watch my mouth. Um, I hardly ever swear. Sometimes I'll say shit. Not very often. Um, I I used to have like an IPA, a different IPA type beer in all my videos. I just have one. The reason I got Russian beer for this one is because I was kind of doing a Russian theme until, you know, that happened. Okay, good. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I just started doing these MRE videos, kind of in between my normal stuff. Um, I can still travel here for the most part, because we have like the most passive aggressive stay at home order as possible. But yeah, um, no, I haven't. I've seen a lot of the Backpackers brand dehydrated meals. Um, I haven't tried any yet because when I started getting interested, because I used to make all my own meals. You know, I would always make some kind of big main course, and excuse me, and yeah, I'm gonna be doing some hiking trips when it gets a little bit nicer out and stuff like that, and I'm not so busy at work. Um, but yes, the backpacker ones I haven't bought because it's not a name that I'm familiar with, so I don't want to buy it and like, oh, this tastes like absolute garbage. So I might check those out, um, and I don't know, maybe do kind of reviews. I'm not really doing review videos. Um, I try making these all my camping videos and also kind of a review. Like I gave an honest review of this stuff. Yuck. Um, so yeah. Yeah, and I guess theoretically I'm testing um different camping gear, but not really. Like I got a new water filter. I'm not really doing a review on it. It's just something that I'm going to use because I used to have this hand pump one that was really nice, and it was $100 filter. It was just a pain in the ass trying to stop and pump food. So I got a gravity um, water filter that I'm testing, and I'll know in about 3 days if it filters everything. But that's going to be my more my main source of water when I do my trips. I'm planning on either sometime this year or next year. I want to buy an ultralight canoe and do some canoe trips and stuff like that, up in the boundary waters. And I'll definitely be bringing that water filter. I'll probably get a different filter for it, but I'll be bringing that with me, and different meals. I probably won't do MREs or anything like that, but I'll be doing some catch and cook fish videos and stuff like that. It'd be nice. I would love to catch some nice walleye, um, stuff like that. When I first started this channel, I was like, okay, I have absolutely no real life experience, but I've read a lot of books and watched a lot of videos, and I used to watch Les Stroud, so I'm gonna have a bushcraft channel. And I do some bushcraft stuff. Um, yeah, mac and cheese would definitely be interesting. Um, but anyways, so when I first started this channel, it was going to be a bushcraft. I was gonna, make bow drill fires and stuff like that, and I kind of, I made a bushcraft shelter here and there, and then I just, I I wouldn't say I got away from that, but I've kind of mutated it, if you want to call it that, into just kind of camping videos and challenging myself to different things because, um, in all reality, everything I do is theoretical. It's something I read or an idea that popped in my head. Um, so I mean, if the real apocalypse would have happened instead of this lame ass virus thing, I know I would be able to survive. I've got enough knowledge to be able to survive and stuff like that. I'm not really out here to teach anybody anything, um, but I do try to. Um, Mostly, I'm just doing these videos to hopefully entertain you guys, um, and some of them show you what not to do. Uh, like, don't pack your hiking bag with 95 pounds of shit you don't need. That's what I did in my powwow hiking trail. And yeah, and that's what it should be, because in all reality, everybody that has a YouTube channel like this could do the same mundane thing. Like I've there's 100 review videos, probably 1,000 review videos of this Russian MRE. Um, so I'm not really doing a review of it. I'm doing a reaction to it. Well, like I said, that vegetable pastata or whatever the hell it's called, that stuff tasted like crap. Um, so yeah, like, I get some of these. Well, you should laugh because I'm kind of a jackass. Um, it's oh god, some moron. And I don't even know why he wrote the storybook, but he left a comment the other day, bitching about my MRE videos. But not like a okay, I'm gonna sit down in front of my little tray, and here's my tray. Oh, look at this. This is that. This is that. Da, 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 da. I'm not doing a video like that. I'm doing a real life reaction, to the food that they put in those MREs. Um, I don't have a lot of information. It's not like I sit down and okay, I'm going to talk about this, and then this is what's in it. It's a real life reaction to the MRE, and that's what I was planning with this thing. But thank you. Um, so this guy writes this dumbass comment. He wasn't a subscriber or anything. It was somebody that lived in his mom's basement, probably. And he's going on about how he was homeless and he was from the UK. And at first I was like, oh man, that's sad. It was kind of pulling at my heartstrings. And he starts bashing me because I did an MRE video. Back when I was homeless, I probably had a British accent. Let's see if I can do that. Back when I was, no, I can't do a British accent. Um, back when I was homeless, there was a cop that would stop and give me food and give me a cigarette, and I can roll it into 3 cigarettes and blah 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 and all this stuff, and he was bashing me because I had an MRE meal. But we didn't have bag lunches. Okay. Oh, thank you. Don't what the hell are you talking about? So yeah, that at first like I felt bad for the guy, and I was like, oh man, that's sad. He was homeless, and clearly he's not homeless anymore, because he stumbled upon my MRE meal and decided to leave a asinine comment on it. But yeah, that kind of cracked me up. So yeah, I deleted the comment because it didn't add to the channel, and it was just dumb. So um but it's just I don't get that stuff. Like if I watch a YouTube video and I think it's dumb, I don't give it a thumbs down. I don't leave some stupid comment. I don't make fun of the person's weight. I mean, look, bat wings, man. um I I don't do that stuff. I don't understand why people do that, and it doesn't bother me. I find it absolutely hilarious, and I crack up about them all the time. And I've mentioned this in a few of my live chats and stuff like that. But it just I can't comprehend why people do that. Yeah, it's something. But it's just it cracks me up. I'm this is not an educational show. Just to make that clear. Unless it's like stuff not to do. But like there's there's a lot of things like I this idea pops in my head. Okay, I'm gonna go do a video like this, and I try to do that video. Excuse me, and it doesn't work out. It's like my mega shelter. So my mega shelter, my video was I was going to have a tarp roof, and I was going to build a log cabin, um, which would have worked out excellent if I lived in a pine forest. If some of this land was red pine, I could have built an awesome shelter. Well, there's not. There's crooked oak out here and ironwood. My arm would have fallen off trying to cut the ironwood. There's a reason it's called ironwood. But sorry, I'm trying to read your. Yeah, Dub C, go ahead and throw your channel out there, man. The only thing I ask is you give me a shout out on one of your videos or in your chats or something like that. I am totally cool with people sharing their channels on here. We're not gonna none of us are gonna grow if we don't get advertised, so to speak. So yeah, go ahead and give a shout out to your channel. Put your link in there or something like that, or put your link in um one of my posts or something like that. I'll definitely subscribe. If I maybe I have already, I don't know. But yeah, I'm totally cool with you giving a shout out for your channel. Is it called Dub C? Okay, I don't know how to do that. Oh, you found it? Okay, cool. Um, what is it, Silver Bucket? Is it just Dub C or is it called something else? All right, perfect, cool. Appreciate it, man. And yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, go ahead and if you got a channel and it's something like this, like I don't know, I guess it'd be kind of weird if somebody was like, "Hey, I have a makeup tutorial video or channel." That would be kind of odd. But yeah, if you do kind of the same stuff, man, it's yeah, I'm totally cool with that. Yeah, I'll find you after I'm done with this live chat, and I'll share the link or something to your channel. Oh, okay. Yep, I'll definitely do that. So Dub C MRE, and it'll pop up, and I'm assuming it's the picture of the that you have on your deal. Yeah, well, you might learn what not to do. but showing off my tattoo. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I had an itch. Um, yeah. It's funny how like when I do these videos, I play the scenario through my head, step by step, like I'm directing a film, and it never works out. That's why my mega shelter is made out of like 17 tarps. Um, oh, right on, cool. Yeah. So about that, right now everything's still as is, but I'm not just going down there to catch shrimp and hang out with my buddy. I want to go down there and I don't go to the bar very often, but I want to go down there and hit a couple of Florida bars and go to the beach and scare everybody away if I take my shirt off. Um, but yeah, so excuse me. As of right now, I'm still planning on going down there. But if the bars and stuff don't open up, I think I might end up putting it off a little bit, at least till the lockdown's down or done with, because I don't follow a lot of Florida news. But the last time I checked, if you flew in by airplane, you're supposed to self isolate and all this other stupid shit. Um, so awesome. But that nasty vegetable crap gave me heartburn. Um, it's gonna be kind of a vacation. So I've never had like a real vacation before. The only time I ever went down to Florida, my grandma on my dad's side died of ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. So about 8 years ago, I went down to Tampa, Florida, and it was kind of to say goodbye kind of thing. Um, yeah, absolutely, Dub. I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Excuse me. That was fun. But yeah, it happens. It really shitty because she was a very smart, talkative person. Um, but that's a terrible, terrible disease. And unfortunately, there's two kinds of that. There's hereditary and the one that just randomly pops up. And I hope it's the one that randomly pops up. But so gosh dang it. Sorry about that. Um, so if the stay-at-home order and all that crap, if the state opens back up, yes, I'm going down there to the end of next month. It'll be around my birthday. Um, I'm gonna bring my camera with. I'm gonna shoot a couple videos, catching shrimp and cooking shrimp and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to teach my buddy a couple of tricks. Um, he's, and no disrespect, he's a city person, so to speak, entrepreneur, stuff like that. So like he doesn't do this kind of stuff. So I want to teach him a couple of things and just kind of hang out, have a real vacation. Like I said, hit a couple of bars up. Um, and ticks are out, so now I'm paranoid that I'm going to be covered in ticks. Yeah, it. Huh. Can you guys see it? Sorry, my fingernails are dirty. There. Knew it was thick. Anyways, it didn't bite me. It was just crawling on me. Um, that's exciting. Joys of being out in the woods. Yeah, that was a tick. When I first moved into this house and this property, I, for those that don't know, I live on 1,200 acres. Um, I rent this place. There's a cute little 2-bedroom house, which is just me, and then I have my kids every other week. Um, yeah, ugh. That doesn't keep ticks away. Apparently, it attracts them. Um, so when I first moved into this house, it was abandoned. Um, for 5 years, and there was a shitload of field mice, and, yeah, I hate ticks too. So there was ticks everywhere. I mean, literally, because the grass was never mowed or anything like that, because nobody was living here. Um, so you would walk outside, like, when I was building my chicken coop, I kid you not, without exaggerating, in one day, I would pull 25 to 30 ticks off me. They were that bad. So I mowed the lawn, I got some guinea hens, and I got my chickens and I let them free range to eat all the damn ticks. And I sprayed around the house and stuff like that. So up by the house, I don't have ticks anymore. But you come out here in the field, out in the woods and stuff like that, and oh yeah, there's ticks. And I'm surrounded by a swamp, so there's mosquitoes. Um, I haven't seen a lot of deer flies or horse flies or anything like that, thank God, because those things really suck. When they bite you, they take out chunks. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's terrible. Off or somebody, one of those brands makes a tick spray. I've used that a few times. You just spray your pant legs and stuff like that. They don't climb up you, supposedly. But yeah, sitting here in the woods on the ground because I didn't bring my chair out. Yeah, ticks are terrible, and they're the dog ticks um out here, so I shouldn't have to worry about Lyme disease or any of that. As far as I know, only deer ticks carry Lyme disease. I have not seen any of those out here. I think those are more up in northern Minnesota. But yeah, ticks regardless suck. They bite, and yeah, they're terrible. I don't know why the hell they're here. They serve absolutely no purpose. But kind of like mosquitoes. So yeah, I don't know. They're called. They make now I'm paranoid that I'm covered in ticks. They make these tick things, and it basically looks like a toilet paper roll, and it's stuffed with like this cotton that has some kind of poison on it, and you set them all over. Yeah, thermocell. There you go. That's what it is. Thermocell makes these tick tubes, and you set them around. And baby ticks generally um, start on field mice or barn mice or just regular mice, whatever you want to call them, brown mice, whatever. They start on those, and then they grow into the adult ones, and then they go around. Well, those thermocell tubes, tick tubes, whatever they're called, the mice will take the cotton out of there and make their nests, and it kills the ticks. And it's I think it's like, I want to say they're like $40, and it does like 10,000 square foot or something like that. So I'm contemplating actually getting some and just putting them out here around, like where I film most of my videos. A little wafer like at a Catholic church. I don't mind the wine, but I was actually raised Catholic because I'm Irish. Um, anyways, enough religion. Um, so yeah, those are supposed to work really good. So I'm contemplating getting some and setting them out here because I pretty much film in the same area of the mega shelter. There's a couple of different. I was flying my drone around the other day, just looking at the property, and I was like, oh hey, that looks like it'd be a cool spot to do a video. And like one of my MRE videos, I actually found that spot on my drone. So yeah, I wanna camp in different spots. I don't want to do the same mundane video. That's why I got out of doing mega shelter videos right now, because I don't want to do 10,000 mega shelter videos. Um, that's why I decided to do this tarp video. But oh, I'm getting old. So yeah, it's yeah, ticks suck. That's the only thing I know to do anything with those stupid things other than burning them with a lighter. But I got all my clothes tucked into themselves so they can only get on my neck and my arms right now. It's 1,200 acres. but I'd say probably 3, maybe 400 of it's woods, and the rest of it's like cornfield. Um, I probably won't be doing a cornfield video, but I don't know, it'd be kind of fun. Um, yeah, it's really nice, and yeah, I kind of stumbled across this, and I don't pay very much at all to rent it, and landlord's cool as shit. Said I can come out here and do whatever I want. So, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But Thermacell also makes those tick tube things, um, which are supposed to be pretty cool. But yeah, it's no, it's real beautiful out here. If I be quiet for a second, okay, I was quiet long enough. But yeah, so it'll be a good night sleeping. Um, this is the Teton Sports sleeping bag. It's rated to 20 degrees. I've got the heavy duty one that's rated at negative 26 Fahrenheit. Yeah, yeah. I wish everybody could. Excuse me, friends. And I was they owned 80 acres north of here, and I was doing videos out there, and I rented a nice house on the lake, which was cool because I could go fishing all the time. Um, and I, yeah, I actually wanted to. It was real foggy one night, and I wanted to. I tried getting my kids to go out in the cornfield with me, and they wouldn't go, so I didn't go either. I was just so scared. But yeah, that was funny. But yeah, the person I was renting that house from is like, he owned two houses, mine and my neighbor's house. Sends us a text message and says, "We're selling the houses. You guys got to move out." Okay. And I stumbled across this place, and it's a fixer upper. Um, I want to retile. I want to tile the bathroom. I want to put all new flooring down. Replace the sink because it's got one of those old like everything, the drawers, everything's all one metal set. I think they were made in the 50s, so I want to replace all that. I put some cabinets up. Um, I don't know. I did some other things to it. I want to put all the trim up around the windows. They put new windows in it, but didn't trim them. So I want to do all that stuff and just kind of fix it up because I don't ever plan on moving. Um, as cheap as I pay for this place, there's no way I could ever purchase something equivalent. Um, it would cost me $1 million to get this, probably more than that, to get a small house on this kind of land. And it's real close to my job. So it's awesome. I'm truly, truly blessed and lucky to have this place and have such an awesome landlord. I'm actually in the works of buying one of his cows. He raises cattle, um, so I'm gonna purchase a whole cow from him, and that should last me more than a year, I'd think. But I do like steak. Um, so yeah, I get to come out here and do whatever I want. It's I never in my wildest dreams would I have thought about finding a place like this. And it's completely it's awesome. I don't have to worry about people being out here, and I could come out here and do a naked and afraid video if I wanted to. Um, because I don't have to worry about neighbors. It's nice. No people. But yeah. So there's all kinds of I don't hunt anymore. I used to when I was younger, but there's all kinds of deer out here. There's turkey out here. There's coyote. Um, all kinds of wildlife out here. Uh, Thousands upon thousands and thousands of blackberries and raspberries. I've got a few walnut trees. Those are up by the house. Um, I'm hoping morel mushrooms grow out here, but we'll see. And yeah, it's just this is paradise. This is absolute paradise. I am super lucky. I really am. And you know, it's nice because I can come out here and do these videos, and you know, my YouTube channel growing finally. Um, I actually almost gave up on this, and a good friend of mine, Matt, he said, "Dude, don't give up." He says, "Whatever you do, don't give up." He says, "Eventually, you'll have that one video, and you'll start getting subscribers." And I did. The mega shelter and the snowstorm blizzard thing. Um, I've got almost 200,000 views on that one video, and you know what sucks about it is, you know, hindsight being 2020, I didn't go outside during the storm. Hunkered down in the shelter. I was sick. I had a cold. I planned on doing a two-nighter out there, and I ended up calling it quits the next morning because I just was not feeling good. And you know, I I came that close to saying, okay, YouTube's not for me, and it just managed to take off, and it's I really appreciate that, Jeremy. I really do. But you know, I just got to keep coming up with different ideas and stuff like that. I mean, eventually I'll run out of ideas to do out here. So that's why, you know, unfortunately, when I was sick and they quarantined me, I had to burn through all my vacation time. So I've got 1 week vacation left, and I'm saving that for Florida. I plan on going down there for a week, and I'm going to be filming videos down there. It's just, it's not going to be like this. I'm not going to be sleeping in a tarp or anything like that. It's just going to be goofy videos at the beach and stuff like that. Cool. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. Because, the company I work for has over 500 employees. We don't have uh, sick leave. We have PTO, which is like a loophole that a lot of big corporations and companies use to not have to give sick leave, which is cool. And I'm not complaining about it at all. Um, because like if I don't feel like going to work Monday, I just go, hey, I want to use a vacation day Monday. Okay, I don't have to go to work. I got Monday off. Um, hey, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Um, you know, it's so yeah, it sucks, you know, but it is what it is. I unfortunately, yeah, I had to burn through it. I could still take time off. I'm just not going to get paid for it. And until this thing really, you know, skyrockets and I start getting some good ad revenue and stuff like that, um, I'm not gonna not get paid to go or to not be at work. So, you know, if Florida doesn't happen this year, then later on this fall, I'll probably do a trip up north or something like that. Maybe a camping and hiking video or something. But next year, um, I'm really hoping to have an ultralight canoe by then. Um, I'm gonna take a week and go up to the Boundary Waters and just do a canoe trip. Um, you know, canoe would be great because other than the portages are gonna suck, but you know they're not that bad compared to like the Powwow hiking trail. Um, you know, I can pack food and so to speak all the gear that I want to pack and go up there and do a week long video. And you know, I mean, hell, I could stay on one lake kind of thing and just camp around the lake, to be honest with you. uh excuse me. So it's so next year is going to be more longer trips like that. I'd like to go back to Michigan again, um and do a week long trip there. There's a all right, man. Thanks for joining in, and I'll be subscribing to your channel here after I'm done with this live chat. But there's a place I used to go when I was a kid in Michigan. It was Cornwall Floodings, and there's a little island out in the middle of this lake, and I found out you could camp on it. And before I started doing videos, I did have these cheap little knockoff GoPro cameras, and I absolutely no idea what I was doing back then. So yeah, I don't even think I've got the footage anymore. But I would like to go out there and do a video again. Just take my kayak and camp on the island and do some fishing and stuff like that. I think that'd be awesome. Oh, have fun. Work stuff sucks. um, but anyways, yeah. So I'm hoping to do like a week in Michigan. Probably camping on that island. That would be awesome. Spend some time with my dad and my little brother and my mom and that. Um, I what else am I wanting to do? I'd like to take a week to go up north, and then there's another place here in Minnesota. Um, I can't remember the name of the lake. There's two places. There's one is the Rum River State Land. You can go out there and camp and all that stuff. There's fish in the rivers and stuff. I would like to do a trip there, maybe for a week, and then um, I don't know, stupid bugs. But yeah, so I'm hoping to really um, get some stuff going. There we go. Sorry, I think I muted you. That's weird. Let's look at the. Hey, I'm a drawing. Yeah, that's weird. Hey, it's the 70s. It's gonna go back to normal. Normal. There we go. All right, sorry. Just playing around. Right? Yeah. So I don't know. I was really hoping for a lot better looking sunset. Usually I get really gorgeous sunsets out here, but this one looks like it's gonna be kind of lame. There we go. Yeah. So I don't know. Um, I'm still trying to come up with different ideas. Oh, my legs of different videos to do and stuff like that. You know, I want to keep the channel interesting. I don't want to do the same mundane thing over and over and over again. Um, you know, I was nervous about doing these MRE videos because I don't want redundancy. I want every show to be different. You know, I mean, I could literally do the same thing over and over. Hey, look, here's a tarp. I'm in the same area. I'm cooking the same food. That's why I try to do everything different. You know, I wanna definitely do some steak videos. I love best way in the world to cook a steak is on a fire. It really is. Um, you know, it's just tastes so much better. It really does. But yeah, so it's just trying to come up with different material to do. Now that's my earrings. I'm a rebel. Um, actually, I used to have my lip pierced too. I still see the hole. But yeah, when I was probably 15, I I got my ears pierced, and because it was the cool thing to do back in the 90s, and just never took them out because it's a part of who I am. I'm not normal by any stretch of the imagination. I'm a jokester and stuff like that. Yeah, just my earrings. Yeah, I did a couple of T-bone videos. Oh shoot, last year I think it was. I got a quarter of a beef or an eighth of a beef. I think it was an eighth of a beef. Um, and I cooked quite a few steaks out of there. It was really good. Um, what I my ultimate goal is I want to do a tomahawk steak. I just think that would be the coolest thing ever. Um, just if you guys don't know what a tomahawk steak is, it's got the whole rib on it. So what you do is you just tie a rope to it and you hang it over the fire and you cook it. But that thing is like 3 inches thick, just a massive frickin' steak. I would love to do that. It'd be nice if some wild onions or whatever the hell they're called grow out here. I don't think anything like that grows out here. I did see on the internet I could get some spores for morel mushrooms. I really thought about buying them and just spreading them out here just so I could get some morels growing, but I didn't. Cool finish to that story. But yeah, it's I don't know. I don't like going to the grocery store, and it's not just because of the people. It's all the crap they put in food. You know, if I could stomach it, I would raise and butcher my own chickens. Because if you have actual farm fresh chickens that somebody raised in their backyard versus any store bought chicken, whether it says free range or not, um, it is so much better. Oh, right on. Yeah. In theory, this should be the ideal area for them to grow. I just don't know if they're out here. I kind of looked last year, but I think I looked way too late. So I think they just didn't grow. They should be popping up here in the next week or two, in theory, maybe 3 weeks. So I'm gonna really scour the area because I'm not a mushroom fan, but I will eat the heck out of morel mushrooms. I love those things. Beefsteak too, but I don't think I've ever seen a beefsteak out here in Michigan. They grew in the pine forest, beefsteak mushrooms, and they were tasty. Um, I loved eating those damn things too. But so yeah, hopefully I find some. You know, if you ask any of the locals, so hey, where do you guys find morels? That's like asking where somebody buried the treasure rather. So yeah, I don't know. I'll find some eventually. Bring you guys along and probably dehydrate some and probably come out and saute some and some butter and seasonings and put them on top of a nice thick juicy steak. Maybe a New York strip or something. I don't know. But yeah, I haven't really purchased any beef lately. I still have some pork left from the pigs that I raised, but I don't know why. I'm just kind of saving. I've got a bunch of the side pork. I've only eaten like one package of that side pork. Um, so I think I'll do a video where I cook some eggs and side pork one of these days for breakfast out here. And if you guys don't know what side pork is, basically, it's uncured bacon. So you know, it's real popular in Minnesota for some reason. And some people are like, oh, it tastes like garbage. It's gross. And other people are like, oh, it tastes great. And they dump like 6 cups of salt on it. And so I cooked some when one of my mega shelter videos when I was building it, and I just let it kind of slow cook for like 2 3 hours over a real smoky fire. And oh my God, was that stuff good. So get out of here. Um, yeah, that's something I would like to do again. Um, excuse me. Um, I don't know. Do you guys enjoy the meals that I cook? Do you guys enjoy that part? I've gotten a lot of complaints and I've gotten thumbs up over it. Oh, that would be good. I like gravy. Um, so I mean, I like doing the cooking videos too, but the MREs are fun. You know, usually. I don't know who the hell is shooting, but it's starting to get annoying. Out of here. I almost think that was a mosquito buzzing in my ear. It's too early. Yeah, I enjoy cooking the different meals. A buddy of mine, Corey, him and I did a video in some of my real early work. Um, I actually made chicken, I almost said fajitas, chicken fajitas during one of my videos. That was really good. I think my actual first video, um, back before I had any idea of what I was doing, for breakfast, the one time I made pancakes and they turned out awesome, and I had maple syrup and it was great. And I've tried cooking pancakes a couple other times and just, well, I just heard a grouse. I wouldn't mind go catching that thing and eating it because this MRE sucks. Um, the I've never been able to get pancakes turn out again out in the woods. I love pancakes, but I I thought about it, but it seemed like it'd be real douchey. I thought about getting like a smaller steak and a lobster tail and doing like a surf and turf video, but I talked to a buddy of mine. He's like, yeah, that'd probably be kind of douchey. So I don't think I'm gonna do a surf and turf video out here. Um, I enjoy cooking the meals. Chili is awesome, especially in the fall. Um, did quite a did a few chili videos, or I think I did two. I think I did. I did at least one. I do remember that. But yeah, it was fun. It was just a slow cooked chili. I don't think I put any beans in it. Um, but yeah, that was really tasty. Oh, what else have I done? I did the when I caught the northern during the powwow hiking trail or hiking trail trip. I did that turned out pretty good. And what else have I? I've done a handful of meals. Right on. Yeah, the that's one thing I love about that having a food dehydrator. Um, like the powwow hiking trail, all my meals were meals that I made and I dehydrated technically. So I think it's Bird's Eye makes these like family meals. They've got a damn arms. There we go. Sorry, I had itch on my back. Um, they make different like garlic shrimp. Which I don't think I'd dehydrate that. I think I'd be too nervous. Um, like a chicken garlic and stuff like this. These different frozen meals, and I would cook those up and I'd dehydrate them and make them into different portions, for that trip. That's something I used to do a lot of was dehydrate my own meals and stuff. And of course I did the eggs and I've talked about that. What else did I do? Oh, yeah, funny story. So I made a bunch of jerky for that trip, and um, I think I had to work. It might have been during Earth Day or something like that, but I had to work like a Saturday, and I told my kids that I was gonna cook breakfast for dinner, which is something I love doing. So I called my son and I said, "Hey, get in the freezer, pull out the package of bacon, and put it in water to help thaw it out." And I get home, and he had grabbed all that jerky that I made, which I made some really good jerky. I made a pineapple jalapeno jerky and a sriracha sauce jerky. Um, yeah, that's breakfast for dinner is the best. Um, just all these different kinds of jerkies. and my son totally misunderstood me because I had put it in the freezer just because I wanted to keep it fresher for some odd reason. And if he would have just taken the bags out of the freezer and put them in water, it would have been fine. But he totally misunderstood what I said. So he opened all the packages of my jerky and dumped them in water. So it ruined all the jerky. And I was upset. I wasn't mad. I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna kick your ass or anything like that. I was like, dude, really? You didn't like? This doesn't seem like bacon. He said, well, you said it was in the freezer. I'm like, oh, I'm not mad at you. I'm just, it was a lot of work making all that jerky. So I think I ended up with one package that he managed to miss, thank God, that I took on that video. So, yeah, I'm gonna definitely be dehydrating some more jerky and stuff like that, and maybe I'll do short little 5-10 minute videos on the different jerkies and different recipes I have that I like to make, like pineapple jalapeno and honey jalapeno is amazing. Some of my favorite jerkies. I like that sweet and spicy. um, and I just dehydrated spaghetti. That stuff is awesome because it turns back into spaghetti. So I'll cook a bunch of spaghetti and I'll break the noodles up after I dehydrate it. I leave them long and I just spread it out in the fruit roll up trays, and I'll dehydrate the spaghetti and then I'll break it up and I'll vacuum seal it. The only thing that does suck about that is it'll poke little holes in the vacuum sealer bag. So a lot of times you gotta kind of either wrap it in like wax paper or something like that, something that'll give it a little bit of strength that doesn't poke holes in the bags. But I'll dehydrate that, and a lot of people will complain about, um, we've I've dehydrated sausage before and stuff like that, and hamburger in the spaghetti sauce, and a lot of people on different forums and stuff, they'll, oh, it's like gravel, blah blah blah. Well, the secret is you got to let it simmer, not boil. You got to let it simmer for like a real long time, like half an hour minimum. And if you do that and you just keep checking the water, if the water runs low, you add a little bit more water and bring it back to a simmer. Do not boil it. And that hamburger or sausage or whatever is just like new. It tastes just like you fried it up. It's amazing. Um, if you take like just regular like sausage, you want to dehydrate it so you make some kind of a meal out in the excuse me, out in the woods with dehydrated food. That's the same thing. Just take your sausage or whatever and boom, you're done. Um, I don't. I always dehydrate everything for like a minimum of 18 hours. Um, I'm sure you don't have to, but I've had food poisoning before and it sucks. So I just high heat 18 hours minimum. And it takes longer to get your food done and stuff like that, and you're using more electricity and stuff, but I would rather be safe than sorry. I don't know what happened to me, but I got really sick on that powwow hiking trail trip. Excuse me. And yeah, that sucked out loud. So I don't want to ever risk that again. So yeah, I just highest heat choice on there, and 18 hours minimum. Minimum. Um, and it's when you can crush it up like that, it's done in my book. And that's the problem too with meats with fats in them. That fat will go rancid. So it's only got a shelf life of a few months, I think it is. So it's not like something you could dehydrate and hey, look what I found. I made this 5 years ago. I'm gonna eat it. I would advise against that because that fat, regardless, will go rancid. I mean, you can maybe put some like oxygen absorbers in there, and maybe that'd make it last a little bit longer. But I'm not gonna risk it. But yeah, I get that Hunt's spaghetti sauce in a can, and I add my own seasonings and a little bit of brown sugar, and it's awesome. Um, I guess I've never dehydrated it by itself. I've always dehydrated it with noodles, and it's not sticky or tacky, but I would say it's almost like a fruit leather, to be honest with you. But yeah, you could probably turn it into powder. I don't. I just stuff it in a vacuum seal bag, crunch it up a little bit, and then vacuum seal it, and it turns right back into spaghetti with sauce. Critters. Um, yeah, I use um, diced tomatoes here and there in like chili, but not really like spaghetti sauce. It's a texture thing. Growing up, my grandparents had a huge garden, and we used to can food and stuff like that. They always made stewed tomatoes and just the texture of it. That's why it took me until I was oh 35 is no, I was probably 32, 33 years old when I fell in love with shrimp. I could not stand shrimp because of the texture. Now I absolutely love seafood, except for clams. Clams are gross. Nasty. Yeah, maybe. Maybe if you ground them up, it'd be all right. But it's I don't know. It's just like eating like a big loogie. Oh, I bet you do. Yeah, I would. I would love to go and I don't know. That's why I'm excited about that Florida trip. Is go get some go get some fresh shrimp and cook them up. Yeah, I'm not a huge salmon fan either. It's like trout and salmon. I don't really care for. If I was doing a video, excuse me, if I was doing a video where I was out in the woods or out like in the boundary waters and I caught a trout, yeah, I'd eat the hell out of it. But the video's gone. That's weird. I can see myself. Yeah. Okay. Can you see me now? It's got to be YouTube. I have awesome coverage and really high speed data for T-Mobile out here. The internet I get through my phone is faster than anything. I never had halibut. There's still no video? That's crazy. Oh, how's your guys' internet? But yeah, I don't think I've ever had halibut. Growing up in northern Michigan, we ate a lot of northern, some bass and stuff like that. Okay, a lot of some people can see me. That's weird. Um, are you watching me on your computer or TV or cell phone or what are you watching me on? That you don't have video? Maybe it's your network or something. I don't know. Here's a good recipe for bass. Bass is really fishy tasting. Um, Ironically enough. Ah, yay! But so you take bass, you get a decent sized largemouth, and you cube it into like 2-inch cubes, and wrap bacon around it. Shove a toothpick through it. Put barbecue sauce on it, and cook it on your grill. That is amazing. That's something my grandparents used to make all the time. Um, I don't know if they had a name for it or not, but it was good. Nice. Yeah, my buddy that I'm going down to visit down in Florida, he bought a 80 or an 85-inch TV, and he was watching me on there, and he took a picture and he sent it to me, and I said, Jesus, is it like I'm actually there? But yeah, no, yeah, that's a good recipe to get bass not to taste like bass. Oh, right on. That could explain why my video disappeared, I guess. But yeah, yeah, it's I don't know, it's weird the way bass taste to me. Smallmouth isn't as bad, but largemouth bass, I don't know, just taste funny. So you gotta like I don't usually keep them. I always throw them back. Northern I don't mind because I somehow learned how to fillet a northern pike to get rid of all the Y bones. And I actually watched a YouTube video on it. And so I don't mind eating northern. Perch are awesome. Walleye by far is the favorite. Have you guys ever had the cheeks out of a walleye? If you catch a decent walleye, you cut the meat out of the cheeks. We call them poor man scallops. Those are amazing. They kind of chewy. Oh, that's awesome. That would be cool to do. That's like one thing. If this channel ever does really, really take off to where I'm getting a lot of ad revenue and stuff like that, and to where I can afford to do trips like that, I definitely want to do that stuff. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever had halibut. Try walleye cheeks, they're better probably. But yeah, I would love to just go do random videos like that on top of my other videos. Just kind of make like a I don't know a myself or whatever the hell they call it. Um, I've lived a pretty interesting life so far. But yeah, um, I don't know. Still cooking up ideas every day. You know, like I said, I'm gonna start doing the mini series or whatever you call it about the gardening and the farming and stuff like that. Which farming is the chickens, but oh, nice. Yeah, I appreciate that, but yeah, I you know, it's slowly taking off. I mean, if I wanted to pour a bunch of money into advertising it and stuff like that, I'd probably get more people. Yeah, you know, when I was a kid, I've definitely done some stealth camping, but now I'd probably end up in jail or some stupid shit or shot, one of the two. But yeah, you know, like if I wanted to dump a lot of money and I could advertise my channel through Google Ads or something like that. It's just kind of word of mouth and stuff like that, you know. And the more subscribers I get, the more my videos will pop up, and the more thumbs up I get, the more, you know, like Dub C said, uh, it popped up in his feed or whatever it's called as a recommended video was one of my MRE videos, and he watched it, and now he's a subscriber. Um, you know, that's I I don't want to sink a bunch of money in this. I mean, I kid you not, between cameras and gear and stuff like that, I've spent probably $4,000 on everything I've got. Um, you know, so I don't want to sit there and sink another $1,000 into advertising. I'll just let it naturally grow. I don't want to force this channel. Um, you know, I'd just rather it naturally do it. You know, and I knew one day it yeah, I subscribed to him and started watching some of his videos. Um, yeah, he's definitely a pretty cool guy, real down to earth. Excuse me, but yeah, oh, awesome, that's cool. Yeah, you know, the one thing I kick myself in the ass for every day is I wish I would have went outside and just filmed the snow and stuff like that because you know, out of the quite a few views on that video. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you're faking it. You're not out in the storm." It's like, well, you know, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that was just I don't know. That thing was supposed to be something different than it is. It looks like a homeless uh tent, but it's cool. You know, it's nice. I'm definitely going to be doing some videos there in the summertime. Um, just got to figure out what I want to do in there, you know, because it's I don't know. I want to do some additions on it and stuff like that. I want to put logs around the outside of it and stuff like that. I mean, there's plenty of logs laying on the ground. It's just trying to manhandle them and cut them all without a chainsaw and do it all by myself. That's kind of the pain in the butt about it. Um, you know, but I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll have a co-host. Doubtful. Um, these frogs are cool. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know, it's neat. You know, I made the bushcraft shelter and some of my original videos. That actually turned out pretty nice. I had a bed in there and you know, it had three walls and a roof and it was a fun place to go, but don't go out there anymore. I wanted to do something like that here, but it's just the type of forest that I'm in. It's not a lot of straight pieces of wood and stuff like that. I mean, I definitely could. I mean, there's fairly straight pieces of oak all over the place, and I could definitely build a shelter. It's probably something I will do later this summer or maybe towards the fall, and do a couple videos out there, build a nice heat reflector again, and you know that's where all my videos were originally. And then I did the powwow hiking trip, and then I ended up at this place, so I do 99% of my videos out here now. uh, yeah, you know, it's slowly coming along, and you know, it's getting there. I'm getting new subscribers every day, and you know, I I put that post on there, 10 away from 1500, and I did all that, and it seemed like it took an eternity to get 1500 subscribers. Like, what in the hell is going on here? Um, you know, I was really hoping that was gonna take off a little bit better than it did. But, you know, oh well. Excuse me. So we have been chatting for about 2 hours now. Wow. Um, yeah, yeah, true that. It's definitely unique. And it's something that realistically anybody could build that thing. You know, tarps are cheap. You know, I had a couple of them, and then I ordered a few off Amazon. The one thing I'm contemplating doing is they have like that uh I don't know how to explain it, but it looks like real leaves and stuff like the military would use it, or people hunting would use it. Um, I thought about getting some of that and wrapping it in that to make it a little bit more camouflage, and then I want to lay logs and stuff around it just to give it a little bit more reinforcement and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm gonna do stuff like that. I want to build a door frame out of some log, or not logs, but pieces of wood and excuse me, and pieces of wood and stuff like that. Um, so I'll definitely be doing some videos. I don't know if they'll be overnights or just come out here for a day and do something different to it. Um, you know, I could probably I don't know what I would grow, but I could probably very easily plant something out here. Yeah, and I thought about the camo. I've actually got one camo tarp on there, but this thing looks really natural, and it's not expensive at all. It's just as expensive as a tarp. So, you know, I think I'm gonna go that route with it and just wrap it around it, because one of the tarps is solid white. It's a tarp that I got from somewhere. I don't know where I got it from. Um, which is cool because you don't really notice it in the wintertime. Well, in spring and summer, you sure can notice it. But so yeah, I'll probably do like mini videos on the weekends and stuff like that, and come out here and just do improvements to it so things just that much better in the wintertime. Yeah, that little wood stove cranks out a lot of heat. That's one thing I definitely like to do too is get a good stockpile of firewood in there for the wintertime and stuff like that. So, I always cut just enough to last me the entire trip. But, there's it'd be nice to just have a bunch in there, have it nice and seasoned and good to go. But yeah, so I'm gonna be doing stuff like that, and the garden videos and um just different random videos. I like doing these live chats. I think this is fun. This is you guys get to know the real me. Um, in the videos when I originally started doing it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be Mr. Serious and this is how you do it and this and that and my original video sucked. Um, so and I try to be somewhat serious when I'm doing my. Yeah, and I really could. I mean, I've got all the room in the world. I could make a little hut off the front of it or something like that to store all the firewood in there, and it'd be just outside the door. But 'cause, I mean that thing's huge, but there's not that much room in there. You'd be surprised. I wouldn't mind doing some kind of a uh, some form of a water collection out here. Get some kind of a plastic bucket and put a screen on it or something. Um, just to collect rainwater and stuff like that because once the cows get out here, the water source gets pretty nasty because they pee and poop in it all the time. So I won't be drinking it in a couple of months. Drink pee and poo. Um, so yeah, I'd like to be able to collect water out here so I don't have to carry, a gallon of water out with me all the time. That way I've got water, or if in case I forget water, I'll have water. I still boil it or filter it or something. I wouldn't mind doing a couple of educational videos. Like I've got this idea to make my out of a coffee can and some other stuff. So that's a video I'd like to do out here. Just a proof of concept kind of thing. Show you guys like God forbid the real apocalypse does come. So, people that don't know how to do it will know how to make a water filter. It's not difficult at all. But, that's something I'd like to do. Um, more homestead videos, like I said, the gardening and the chicken eggs and raising the pigs and stuff like that. Um, you know, uh, big city people, if you want to call them that. They it's amazing how easy it is to raise a pig. It really is. It's not that expensive, and you get a lot of good tasting meat. Um, it's amazing how much better something tastes when you grow it yourself, or raise it yourself. It's just so friggin' amazing. But so yeah, I'm gonna do videos on that. Um, my the only issue I had last year was their water kept freezing, and I bought a tank heater for it and stuff like that. Oh, right on. It just technically you could drink rainwater without really filtering it. Technically, unless it's like acid rain. I wouldn't drink the rain from Chernobyl. I definitely wouldn't drink that rain. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, what I want to make like a compact one where you could just scoop up a bucket of water out of anywhere and dump it in there. And it'll be good to drink out the other end. Um, I actually had all the stuff to make it, and then when I moved, I lost it somewhere. I don't know what happened to it, but it was just, a couple different layers, some activated charcoal. It was a mosquito. Um, and then I had a straw from McDonald's sticking out of it as a spout, so you just pour water in the top, and it was a theory because I never built it. I just had all the stuff gathered up for it, but you'd pour water in, and it'd come out the straw, kind of like the gravity filter that I bought. But I don't know. So I'd like to try to do somewhat of educational videos, um, but everything's based on theory. It's something I've read or I've watched. Um, it's like some people, some of the haters, um, they think that I'm trying to do some educational videos out here, and like I've said 100 times, I'm not. I'm doing entertainment videos. Um, you know, and it's yeah, I'm not doing educational videos at all, but it's something I would like to. I'd definitely be interested in doing. Different types of educational videos, just show you neat little things. I really want to try like a bow drill. That's something I've always wanted to try to start to do. Make a fire from rubbing sticks together. So that's something I want to do. Um, Brown filter bags. I don't know what you're talking about. Like the coffee filter bags? But anyways, here's getting long. Um, so I mean, I don't know, bow drill fire would be awesome to be able to do that. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I got. It's like a not plastic, but kind of like a vinyl bag, and you just scoop the water up in it. You guys will see it in this video. I went and collected water. It's kind of a pain in the ass getting water to go into it. Like if I had a fast, like if my other water source wouldn't have magically dried up for whatever reason, that water actually flowed pretty quick, so it would have filled that bag up right away. But where I had to go get water from is kind of a pain. But yeah, that thing's pretty slick. It doesn't take long to filter water at all, and there's other than grabbing it, there's nothing that you really have to do. And it holds 3 liters of water. Um, so if I was a distance from a water source, I could go and get water and just filter it through there and have water for the whole day or 2 days maybe. And it'll be all filtered, and if I use it for cooking, it'll be filtered. Plus, it'll be boiled too, so that'll be nice. That's what I'll be using in the morning to make my coffee in my army canteen cup. But there's some gear I definitely want to upgrade to. Somebody, I can't remember who, but they make one of these out of titanium, and it's got a little lid. Um, I want to get one of those, and I want to get a like a 750 milliliter titanium hanging pot. I want to get one of those too. They're a little spendy. Titanium is not the cheapest thing out there, but yeah, I want to get those and maybe a titanium frying pan for like doing eggs and stuff like that. Um, but lightweight stuff because you don't realize how heavy gear is. Just packing this little bit of stuff I brought out here, I could definitely feel it on my back carrying that stuff out there. And I'm not a small guy by any stretch of the imagination. Um, it was amazing. It was like when I did that powwow trail. I had what I thought I needed, and man, that was heavy. I actually took stuff out of my pack that I said, okay, I could absolutely do without bringing this. And I took that stuff out of my pack and I left it in my car. Um, and oh my God, that was still way too much weight. Doing a trip like that, I wish I would have had the common sense to grab, um, to have like freeze dried meals, which is another main reason I want to buy a freeze dryer, because they're so much lighter than dehydrated, and dehydrated meals are light, you know. But just the different random things, like I brought my twig stove with, which that it's they make those out of titanium also, which are ultra light. But mine's made out of stainless steel because it was 20 bucks on Amazon versus I think they're like 80 bucks for a titanium one. Um, so I brought that with me. Never used it once. I never used it. I did bring my little jet stove and a big bottle of the jet fuel. Um, I brought a bit because I was nervous about running out and not being able to get a fire going up there. Um, and it was oh, that was a tough trip, man. And I was in a little bit better shape then than I am now. And because I got sick and was just hiking so much, I actually lost 20 pounds on that trip. That was a 6 day trip. I lost 20 pounds. But yeah, it was that one almost got me. I definitely want to do stuff like that again, but I'm gonna definitely be better prepared. Um, Traveling by water would be a lot nicer, I think. But yeah, that was a fun trip till the end. But yeah, so but I think I'm gonna get off here for now. I'm gonna get a fire going and film a little bit of video, and I don't know, I might have some crackers or some of that nut butter or whatever the hell that stuff's called. But once I don't know, I'll probably get back on here and try chatting with you guys here in, I don't know, an hour or two, 3 hours, something like that before I go to bed. I'll have a fire going and my lights hung up and stuff like that by then. So it was, like always, it was great chatting with you guys. Thanks for your feedback. Thanks for you guys' support, really, honestly. Um, like I said, I come damn close to giving up on this whole thing, and this has been a dream of mine for a very long time. But I'll have to look that up. Yeah, it's like Nutella, but it's Russian, so they call it nut butter, chocolate nut butter. That's what it translates to, if I read it right. Right on. Yep. But yeah, I'll be back on later. It's 8:21 here my time. Um, so I'd say before 10 o'clock, I'll probably pop back on here and just give you guys an update on my crackers because some a-hole stole the food out of my MRE at Amazon shipping facility. But so all right, talk to you guys later.